Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different night.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Mahomes now on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
1st down, Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Mayfield, it's brought in by Harris. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, that catch was not so immaculate, but it does move the sticks.
Oh, I hear what you're doing right there. You talk about Franco Harris, one of the all-time great catches in NFL history. The immaculate reception. Franco, a 4-time Super Bowl champ, that helped contribute to that game against the Raiders.
Finished his career with 307 catches. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 13-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. On first down, Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Crabtree, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Dancing to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are going to take the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. 4th down, Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Mahomes now on first down. Now, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy?
Mahomes hit. He lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The Georgia native, former Bulldog, Justin Houston, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Simon able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, as the first half is winding down. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Mayfield off the play fake. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And going deep for, he's got a man, complete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And Tyler Lockett. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyler Lockett with a return of 102 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there. 42 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes forced out to his left. And it's caught by Crabtree. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown! Ricky Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes
Williams loses the football, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
they may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there, and Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And we'll get a couple here down to the 22. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing a third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
He lost two, and it brings up fourth.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Mayfield now, escaping the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble. But all is well. First down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Mahomes again here on second and 10. Steps away to his left. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Crabtree the target on that one, and it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look, credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But
it's caught inside the 25. They give them a gain of 37.
well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around him.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. John Randall getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at that. And now running right through it. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they fielded off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, Mayfield. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
Lockett the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll go on the ground. And an Allen. And he loses the football a second time. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Leopard! Leopard!
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Back to throw. Incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Set! 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Set! Green!
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Left, 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 left. We got three, fellas, we got three.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.